Hello, everybody. This is day one of the Mind Medicine Yoga Challenge, day one of 15. In today's practice, the focus is really on grounding and connecting with the roots. So that can mean a few different things. That can mean connecting with the roots of the navel and the pelvic floor, which is really the floor of your core. And the way we do that is by really following the exhale all the way out to completion. A big part of that is trying to slow your breath down and slow your exhalation. So the technique that we use in yoga, as you probably are aware of, is ujjayi breathing, which is this really soft ocean-like sound. And we'll do some really sweet little movements to explore using that breath while moving the body. The other part of grounding is energetically, whatever is touching the ground, trying to really root that down, and that's going to give us that rebounding force upwards. So we'll start practice by laying on our backs. You can come into a bridge position, laying down with your knees bent, and place the heels on the ground just in front of your sitting bones. And take a moment to connect with your natural breath, resting the hands on the belly. Roll your shoulders back into the earth for a moment. And you may find that this has already opened the chest a little bit more than usual. Now with your hands on the belly, start to slow your breath in. And then long, slow exhale, like the feeling of a soft whisper in the throat. Inhale to 5 seconds or so. Little pause at the end. Exhale to 8 seconds. Again, inhale to 5 seconds. And exhale to 8 seconds. And do that again, and notice the feeling of your belly rising up against the hands as you breathe in. Maybe you can also sense the ribs expanding a little bit. And then long, slow exhale. This is going to naturally pull the ribs in towards the core of the body. And this is referred to as the energy of apana, the downward flow of the exhale that roots and contracts. Now bring your hands away from each other so you can feel the sides of the belly, sides of the ribs, and create just a little suction inwards below your belly button, just like if you were to pull on a tight pair of jeans. Who even knows what that feels like anymore? We've all been wearing sweatpants for years now. So just pretend. Little suction in below the navel, and then maybe you can feel the breath flowing more laterally, more out to the sides against the hands. The sides of the ribs start to expand with the abdomen. And that's really the beginning of using what are called the bandhas in yoga, mulah bandha and uddiyana bandha. Little scooping in below the navel, little lift in the pelvic floor. And now rest your hands on the floor by your feet. On an inhale to 5, lift the arms over the head towards the back of your mat. On your exhale, press the low back towards the floor, engaging the core. Lift the hips up to the sky. Long, slow exhale again, working towards 8 seconds. Inhale to 5, lowering your arms down. Long exhale to 8, lowering through the spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And repeat that. Inhale, raise the arms for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for a few moments, expanding the chest. Long exhale to 8, lifting the hips. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Totally empty. Inhale, lower the arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale to the count of 8, lowering your spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And repeat a few more times at your rhythm. Your rhythm is the best one. Mine is like second best. Your body has its own rhythms, and tuning into that is so beneficial on so many levels. One more just like that. All right, we're going to approach the similar type of movement in a different way now. So this is where we explore breath retention. So I'm going to inhale, reaching the arms back, just like we did. A long exhale to lift the hips. And then here's the change. At the end of the exhale, totally empty, making an extra puff. Hold your breath out, and without breathing, lower down through the vertebra. And once the hips come down, quickly bring your hands down. And then take a resting breath in. Resting breath out. Let's all do this one together. Inhale to 5, reaching the arms overhead. Hold the breath full of air just for a few seconds. Long exhale, lifting the hips. When it feels like you're empty, do an extra puff sound through the mouth. Hold your breath, and then without breathing, lower the spine vertebra by vertebra. Scoop your tailbone towards your knees. And once your hips come to the floor, quickly bring the arms down. Take a resting breath in. And resting breath out. Let's do 2 more like that. If you know the abdominal vacuum, you can do the abdominal vacuum as well. Inhaling, reach back. Long exhale, lifting the hips. Go for 8 counts if you can. End of exhale. Extra little puff, just to make sure you're empty. Swallow your saliva to hold the breath. Try to relax your belly and come down vertebra by vertebra. And then quickly lower your arms, take a breath in. And take a breath out. And then last one. So maybe you're exploring the vacuum if you know it. Camera 2. I'll be demonstrating that. Reaching back on the in-breath. Exhale, same thing, hips up. And really focus on that extra puff. Hold the breath empty, relax the belly. And then we try to do a fake inhale, even though it's impossible. And quickly lower your arms, letting go of the vacuum, and take a breath in. Take a breath out. Very good. And then bring the arms out to the sides, bend your knees with the feet about hip width, and windshield wiper your legs side to side. Camera 3. So nice and easy movement. Now as the knees go one way, turn the head the other way. And now come back to center, bring the thighs together. Use an exhale to connect with the core and bring your knees in towards your chest, contracting the abdomen. So this will actually lift the back of the pant line off the ground. We're curling in. Take a breath in. And on your next exhale, bring your knees towards your left arm. Turn the head looking over the right arm. Inhale through center, curling up from the core. Exhale, knees to the right, look to the left. And repeat. Inhale, center, thighs to belly. Exhale, knees towards the other arm. And keep on going. Imagine drawing a big infinity symbol or a figure 8 with your knees. Whenever you pass through center, that's where you focus on curling up. Trying to wake up the abdominals, but this is also a great way to mobilize through the hips and through the thoracic spine, the chest. Moving from the core of the body. Camera 1. And then come back to center. Crossing your shins, hold behind the knees, rock and roll along the length of the spine. And then come all the way up, and we'll meet in a table position. So you can bring your hands near the front of the mat, knees below your hips. And then placing the hands down. As you exhale, sit back towards your feet, rounding the spine. Inhale, come forwards, table position. Exhale, angry cat pose, look to your belly button. Extra puff at the end. Holding the breath, downward dog for a few seconds. Breathing in, bring your knees to the ground, table pose. And exhale, sit back towards your feet. Repeating that a few times. Inhale, forward, table position. Lift the chin a little bit. Exhale, cat pose, rounding your spine. Totally empty. Hold the breath, downward dog, pushing your hips back. Knees could be bent. Core strong. Inhaling, lower your knees. Exhale, sit back towards your feet. We'll do a few more like that. If you are comfortable with breath retention, you can do the abdominal vacuum as well. Inhale forwards, drawing the chin up. Exhale, Halloween cat, look to your navel. Totally empty. Downward dog, holding the breath. If you're really comfortable with that, try relaxing the belly and sucking back the stomach. And then engage the core to bring your knees down. Take a breath in. Exhale, sit back towards the feet. And last one, choose your own adventure. Inhale forwards. Exhale, Halloween cat, spinal flexion. Holding the breath, down dog. Engaging the core, inhale table. And then exhaling, sit back. You can take the hands further forward. And we'll move into puppy dog pose. Try to keep your thighs vertical. And then start to walk the hands forward, melting the heart down. Camera 2. So notice it's quite easy to soften the belly and just let the heart hang down. So instead, we'll connect with the core of the body, connect with the depth of the exhale to help support your lower back, known as the apana pattern. And then as we blend the apana pattern with the act of inhaling, which is known as the prana pattern, it starts to move the breath through the lower back, getting us out of low back compression. So find just enough tension through the abs that your lower back can relax a little. But not too much tension. We still want to keep the breath flowing deep. And try that 5-second inhale again. 8-second exhale. And once more. And then lifting your head, walk the hands back underneath your shoulders. Pressing through your hands, spread the shoulder blades. Press down through the base of your toes and then pick up the knees, hovering table position. Okay, so kind of pulse up and down a little bit, get a feel for it. And try pressing your knees out to the sides, turning your hips out like frog legs, like a squat. Good. Now as you exhale, push out through your low palms, draw your hips back, downward frog. As you inhale, come forwards, hovering table 5 times. Exhale, knees wide, hips back. Inhale, forwards, hovering table. 3 more to go. Exhale, push back. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, drawing back. Last one. Inhale, forwards. And then we'll lift the hips to downward facing dog. So you can straighten the legs. As an alternative, take the hands closer to the feet and just hang out in a ragdoll. So feel free to just let your arms hang loose in ragdoll. If you want more of a challenge, keep working in downward dog. And then we'll meet back in downward dog. So for those of you in ragdoll, you can join us. If you'd like to modify, you can come into table position on the knees. It's always a good option. And then lift the right leg on an inhale. As you exhale, step right foot forward near your hand. Lift your left knee and flatten the back foot. Fully straighten the back leg. And then inhaling, rise up to warrior 1. Camera 1. As you exhale, hinge forward over your leg, drawing the arm bones back. And repeat. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, tip forward. Notice that front leg becoming more weight-bearing. Again, one more time. Rise up through the inhale. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, come up. Warrior 1. Warrior 2 on your exhale, turning your pelvis to the side. So left foot is going to turn to the side as well. And then gaze over your right fingers. As you inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm up, look thumb. Exhale, side angle, right forearm to thigh, left arm forwards. And repeat. Inhale, reaching up. Gazing thumb. Exhale, side angle, top arm by the ear. And last one. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, side angle, and then make some big circles with your top shoulder, just like strumming a guitar. Forwards by the ear, open to the sky, and then back by the hip. And then we'll meet in warrior 2. Inhale to rise up. Exhale, take your left hand to the front of the mat, lunging on your left toes. There is the option to place your hand on a yoga block. Camera 2. Camera 2. So you could stay there, top arm to the sky. Option 2, go onto the outer edges of both feet and make circles with your top shoulder now. Strong in the left side of the core. This is basically a side plank in disguise. On your next exhale, lower the right hand. Inhale, step your legs back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. There is the option to go into table as well. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot forward near the hand. Straighten your back leg and plant the foot flat. Warrior 1. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Camera 1. Exhale, hinge over your front leg, keeping the knee bent. Repeating that 3 times, moving on your breath. Now notice the internal heat you've created now. This sort of activation of the glute muscles and weight bearing is so key, both to connecting with the apana pattern, but also just to improving our general posture and spinal health. So last one. We'll meet in Warrior 1 on an inhale breath, rising up. Warrior 2 on the exhale, turn your right foot out to the right side. Feet on roughly the same track. Inhale, reverse warrior, left arm up. Exhale, side angle, left forearm to thigh. Again, inhale, reverse warrior, gazing up to that left thumb. Exhale, side angle, top arm by the ear. And once more, inhale, reaching. Exhale, extended side angle, pause there, and play guitar with your right arm. You're all playing so beautifully. The band is going to be real tight this summer. You just wait. Okay, so back by the hip, forwards by the ear. And then we'll reach forwards and hold the posture for a few breaths. Pulling the front ribs in, engage the core of the body. Back of the legs strong. On your inhale, come up, warrior two. And on your exhale, lunge on the right toes, taking the right hand down. Left arm up to the sky. Great place to stay. Option two, go onto the outer edges of both feet. Camera two. Camera two. In that variation, pivot out over your heel and flex your toes to your shin. That way your ankle is still and stable, and the movement is going more into your hip joint. Feel free to circle that top arm. And then lowering your hands down, step back, high plank this time. Lower your knees and hips to the earth, and we'll set up for a back bend locust pose shalabhasana. I call this one old reliable. There's nothing can possibly go wrong. Anything you do will be incredibly beneficial. So bring the hands to the back of your skull, elbows out. Squeeze your legs together. And with an inhale, lift everything up. And breathe here. Elbows lifting high. Try to stay light on your hands. Press the skull up towards the hands. Squeeze the inner thigh muscles. One more breath. And with your exhale, rest your forehead on your hands. Relax the body for a moment. And we'll do a second variation. Legs doing the same thing. Press them together. Straighten the arms out to the sides. And turn your shoulders so thumbs are up. Camera one. And lift everything up. Squeeze the inner legs. Okay, option two, interlace the fingers if you can reach, squeezing shoulder blades, pulling through the arms. Main thing is that your upper back is contracting as much as you can. Engaging between shoulder blades, neck soft. And with your exhale, come down again. And push back onto your heels. From there, we'll bring the legs out in front. Staff pose Dandasana. And no apana class would be complete without boat pose Navasana. So you know what to do. Place the yoga blocks just outside of your hips. And then we'll lean back 45 degrees. Okay, option one is keep your hands in the front of your knees. Root the heels. Option two, lean back a little more from the pelvis, raising the toes to eye level. And then press the hands together. If you are quite flexible, you can point the feet and straighten your legs. Now exhale to low boat. Inhale to come up. And repeat that 3 times. Exhale, low boat. Inhaling, come up. Again, exhale, low boat. Inhale, come up. And then cross your legs. So you can place your hands on yoga blocks. Camera two. Camera two. And then curl forward. Start by lifting the buttocks and then sit back. Repeat that a few times. So you're leaning forward, lifting the buttocks, and then sitting. Okay, extra challenge. You're going to lift the feet and then lift the buttocks, rocking forward. 3 more to go. And this is really one of the better postures, better movements in yoga for fast tracking your connection to the deeper core and the depth of the exhale. Oh, that was pretty good. Let's come back to sitting now, bringing the feet together. Bound angle Baddha Konasana, holding the soles of the feet. Take an inhalation to lift the heart. Exhale, slowly fold and breathe. If you find any discomfort in the knees, then better to back off and do this with the feet 1.5 feet or so in front of you. And this is known as a tortoise pose, whereas the other posture is known as bound angle. And as you inhale, slowly come on up. Root the heels into the earth. Bend your knees. And with the hands at the front of the thighs, exhale to slowly come down, slight tuck of the chin, strong through the core of the body. As you make your way onto your back, draw the knees towards your shoulders and pull the knees wide apart, lengthening along the inner legs. And then make your way into relaxation, Shavasana. So you can take the feet as wide as the mat. If you have your yoga blocks, you may find it really nice to place one yoga block underneath each of your calves. I like to angle them a little bit like an A-frame. And then you can kind of roll your calves along the blocks a little bit, or just let yourself be fully supported, shoulders away from ears. Camera one. You can take a moment to watch your breath slow down. Let the universe breathe you, gradually releasing any effort in controlling the breath. And it's from that emptiness within that the universe is literally breathing you due to pressure differences inside of the body versus outside the body. And take a moment to acknowledge your efforts for showing up and practicing today. And just showing up is a great goal. Beyond that, the goal is to arrive in the here and now. You can notice what you're experiencing in the body, any vibration patterns, any temperature shifts. And notice any areas where you might be holding on a little bit. And let go. And take longer rest if you have the time for it today. Thank you so much for practicing, everybody. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. And we'll see you on the mat again tomorrow.